What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. This video is not so exciting. Basically, I'm gonna just get down to it and explain the situation on what exactly happened. I was in the Keys about 2 weeks ago with Paul, actually, and a couple of our friends were just hanging out before the whole quarantine thing, before we actually had to go into quarantine. We wanted to just go hang out, so that's what we did. The day that we were leaving the Keys, I get a call from my mom saying, "Hey Nick, the pool pond, I walked in the garage this morning and the pool pond is empty." I'm like, why would it be empty? That's what I'm trying to think. I was like, I called Paul because he was staying in another room next to me, and I was like, dude, the pool pond leaked, we gotta go. Basically, I called my mom back and I'm like asking her, are the fish alive? Are the fish able to swim around in there still? And she told me no, the fish aren't able to swim. So what I told her to do was get the nets. I have big nets just in case something like this ever happened. And I told her to net all the fish and put them in the 200 gallon. Then I had one of my buddies come over and get the fish that I had in the 200 gallon out so I can save, my fish that I've had for about a year now and that are a big part of the channel. I didn't want my bumblebee grouper dying or any of the other fish in here especially. So I had to move those fish out of the 200 gallon and relocate them into his tank till we got everything situated. And then I had my mom move all these fish into the big tank. In that all happening, a couple fish had to be removed or relocated just because they couldn't all fit into the tank. We kept everything that we could possibly keep because we wanted them to be not stressed out in that tank with enough room. So we relocated the bumblebee grouper to my buddy's tank. It's not gone, it's gonna be back, but we did keep the original bumblebee grouper with us just because that is a big known fish on this channel and I don't want anything happening to that fish. I absolutely love that fish. It is just a big part of this channel. So he's in the tank right now, and you'll know the difference just because he is a lot bigger than Wiz, our other bumblebee grouper. So Wiz was actually the only fish that we relocated to a different tank just because both of the bumblebee groupers being both of the biggest fish, we didn't want them in the same small aquarium together, possibly causing a fight or possibly causing them to stress out and die. So therefore, we just wanted to separate them just because they went from such a big pool pond to a small tank. That wouldn't have worked out. I'm basically just going over the exact story. My mom calls me, I tell her to really relocate all the fish. I called some of my buddies that were actually here in this area to help my mom do it. They did, and yeah, we got everything saved. Then when I got home, I noticed, I'm trying to think now. My fish are safe, my fish are good. I then started thinking, what could be wrong? What happened to the pool pond? Like, what would cause it to leak? When I got home a few hours later, because it's only about a 4-hour drive down to where we were staying, we headed home right when we heard about this. First thing came to my mind is, like you guys said, they could have possibly popped the hole in the bottom, or the rocks could have possibly popped the hole in the bottom of the pool pond. It wasn't that, because I noticed that there was water still in here when I got home. Therefore, meaning if there was a hole at the bottom of this pool pond, there would not be water in here. So I started going around and I checked the pumps and I noticed that the water level is exactly at the pump. So then I go over to here and notice this thing that my mom tried to tape back because water was pouring out of here was loose. Started pouring water all out of the garage from the pool pond, so it wasn't going back in the pool pond, causing it to leak. And yeah, that's what ended up happening, and slowly the water fastly the water just dropped because that pump is very, very strong. So this happened really quick. Thankfully, my mom caught onto it like this. If she wasn't home or if she didn't come into the garage that day, the fish would have been dead. 100%. They couldn't survive in literally 2 inches of water being that big a fish. So thank you, huge shout out to my mom for that. In that whole process, we did have to get rid of 2 fish just because we didn't want them to be all crowded in a small aquarium going from a big massive pool pond to a aquarium. That was the only way of them actually being saved, so we had to do it. I wasn't home at the time to where I can fix that hose and stop the water from going out. So I had to explain to my mom the steps to what to do with the fish, because at the time I didn't know it was a hose. I thought maybe there was a leak and that would have taken days to fix. If I knew it was a hose, I would have just, if I was home, I would have just put it back in and we would have been rolling. Basically, we had to get rid of 2 fish. Not get rid of them, but relocate them just for now till we get everything back up and going, because we didn't, like I said, we didn't want all those fish to be crowded in the fish tank. So what we did was we gave Wiz to one of my buddies, and we gave our Kubera snapper to one of my buddies, those being two of the biggest fish. And then we kept our bumblebee grouper just because that is one of my prized possession fish. It's a huge part of this channel, and I didn't want anything bad happening to him. I want to make sure that like I could take care of him. I just wanted to make sure that he was safe and healthy. So we kept him in this tank, and we have our Kubera snapper and our other bumblebee grouper, Wiz, in another aquarium. One of my buddies, they're not going anywhere. We'll be able to go over there in this time of what we're going to be doing with this pool pond and see them and stuff. So we're going to head inside, basically give you a rundown on the fish we have in the aquarium, and yeah, what we're going to be doing with this pool pond in the future. Alright, now we are inside at my 200-gallon aquarium, and in here are basically the fish that are from the pool pond into here. We relocated all the community fish. I had my buddy come over, like I said before, and get everything out just so they didn't get eaten or it be too crowded from these fish. And like I said, these are my prized possession fish. I've had them for probably about a year now, and they're a big part of this channel, so I didn't want anything happening to them. They're pretty much first before any other fish just because they are a huge part of this channel. So right here is our testolata eel going back into his little rock. And then to the right of our testolata is our biggest lionfish we have. Then right here is one of our moray eels and our shark. You can kind of see the moray eels. You see his head right back in there, and then you see the shark. He's actually resting on the shark's head. Then back there, our bumblebee grouper is just hanging out. It's kind of hard to see him. We'll get some better footage once the lights just turned on, so all the fish are kind of scared right now. But then we got our sea anemone still back in there, right back there. And then I'm trying to find the other little lionfish. We got our panther grouper. I see the polka dots on him back there. Right, he's hiding back in the rocks. Now you got to remember, the fish just got moved into this tank, so they are not very comfortable with it right now because they went from being in such a big pool pond to a fish tank. So yeah, fish aren't as comfortable. Then I gotta find our other lion. Oh, there he is. So our other little lionfish. I don't know if you can see him back under that rock. You can see him kinda. You see his fin. So yeah, we have two lionfish in here. Our bumblebee grouper, which is back there, and he's huge. Panther grouper, 3 eels, and then there's our little moray, our other moray eel. So we got a testolata and then 2 moray eels. Little snowflake back in there. So yeah, that's pretty much what's in this tank and all our fish from the pool pond. Now we're back outside again at the pool pond, and now I'm going to be telling you guys what we're going to be doing with this thing. So basically, a lot of you guys know about 2 weeks ago I told you guys that I ordered a new pool pond with some rubber mats and all that. Well, they finally arrived, and we're going to be redoing this pool pond. We're going to get a whole new pool pond. We're going to get rubber mats on the whole bottom of the floor just so the rocks do not puncture the bottom. We're going to glue in the piping to the pool pond and make sure it's very secured so something like that does not happen again. We got more flow makers coming. We got a new pump that we already put in, and we even got sand that's going to go at the bottom so the fish feel a little more comfortable and stuff like that. They can dig through it because I know like the fish love to make burrows and stuff, especially groupers. So we're going to put sand on the whole bottom, and all that stuff is already here. Get this video to 5,000 likes, and I promise you, once this video hits 5,000 likes, we will drop that video on setting this up. I'm going to set this thing up soon as possible. Once the water delivery is able to come and deliver the water, because it's such a large amount, we're setting this thing up. But I'm not going to post the video until this hits 5,000 likes, so make sure you guys smash that like button. It lets me know you guys enjoy these videos, and basically makes me want to keep making them. So smash that like button so we can get this thing started and post it on YouTube, and then have our fish back in their home. And yeah, we'll do some crazy feedings once everything is set up, even get some more fish. It's gonna be pretty epic. But like I said, guys, this was just a freak accident. It happens. This is what happens in the aquarium business, or whatever hobby you want to call it. And yeah, that's just part of it. You'll have fish tank leaks, you'll have pool pond leaks. But yeah, that's just part of it. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. All our fish are living and are healthy. That's the good news. And our pool pond will be back and going anytime now. We're just gonna, and it's actually gonna be better than what it was before and a lot more safer. So like I said before, guys, make sure you give this video a comment, a like. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we have some crazy videos coming soon. Once this whole quarantine thing is over and we're able to get back out and filming, we're going to be dropping some crazy videos. So make sure you subscribe. With that being said, we'll see you in the next one. See ya! So right now we're going to try to feed the fish. This is just a little extra if you guys are staying till the end. Boom, bumblebee grouper already eating in the aquarium. Look at how big that fish is. My gosh, it's a beast, right? He's gonna eat the other one. Let's see. Oh, Tesselada's out. Boom, munched it. Let's see if we get him a handful. Oh! Oh, bumblebee. Boom, got him. So yeah, that was a quick little feeding of the fish. That's how you can tell that they are not stressed out right now. Because usually fish, when they're stressed, they won't eat. But yeah, as you can see, our big guy over here is just munching away as usual. But yeah, that was just a quick little feeding.